We eat a lot of meat, and in America, poultry is king. The USDA reports that Americans consume more poultry than beef and pork combined. That is a lot of birds. More than 8 billion actually. To supply our seemingly endless appetite for poultry, the industry has had to make some drastic changes in the last 6 decades. Genetically modified broiler chickens were engineered to grow larger in less time. This seemed like a great idea in the 1950s, but over time it has become obvious that the crippling genetic defects associated with these animals make them more prone to sickness and death. Antibiotics and various drugs were introduced into the system to combat this, but this only led to more problems. To compound the problem further, it became industry practice to house these animals inside windowless sheds, where they breathe their own filth and have minimal space or stimulation. In the case of egg-laying poultry, they are often crammed into cages with barely enough space to turn around. These practices account for 95% of the poultry sold in the U.S. today, and this is simply unacceptable. There have been numerous public awareness campaigns by animal rights groups, but they rarely offer solutions to the problems other than simply not eating animals. As Americans' appetites for meat continues to increase, it seems that the solution is just not realistic. A more practical approach, like pasture poultry, has been taken by some farmers like Joel Salatin of Polyface Farms. These systems create a far superior environment for the birds and ultimately lead to healthier and better tasting food. The problem with the pasture poultry model is that it cannot compete with the high-volume industrial model in an economic sense. This provides consumers with higher quality options, but they come at higher prices. This forces the consumer to choose between their health and their budget, which is not even a choice for some. To make real change in the food industry, we must find a way to produce healthier poultry at a competitive price, and that is exactly what we have done at the Poultry Sustainability and Bioconversion Research Organization. The two biggest problems with the current pasture poultry system are feed expenses and labor. Purchasing commercial feed is expensive and unsustainable, so PSBRO has looked to biomimicry as a solution. In their natural state, birds consume up to half of their feed in the form of invertebrates. Bugs, worms, and larvae are all staples of a bird's diet in nature. Modern invertebrate farming techniques allow the poultry farmer to offset up to 50% of their feed cost by growing their own feed on site. The cost can be further reduced by utilizing fodder systems to grow high-quality, low-cost plant matter such as barley and wheat as a feed supplement. PSBRO has also redesigned the idea of pasture rotation in order to minimize the farmer's labor time. In the case of meat chickens, instead of keeping small flocks on large pastures or using chicken tractors which have to be moved every day, flocks will remain in designated pasture areas, protected by electric fences, for their entire time on pasture. This is made possible by the use of the fodder system, grazing frames, and allowing ample time between flock introductions for the plant life to regrow. Having excellent soil biodiversity is another key to the success of this approach. By employing all of these techniques, the farmer is able to transform their feed cost into a labor cost, which is offset by the time saved by the pasture rotation model. The meat and eggs that are produced by this system are lower in fat and cholesterol and higher in protein and vitamin content than their industrial counterparts, and they can be produced at a competitive price. When consumers are presented with a healthier option raised in a more humane manner without the high price tag, the choice will finally be a simple one. This is the way that we can truly make a difference in what we eat. By supporting PSBRO, you can change the lives of billions of animals and people. We need your help to continue our research and to spread awareness. Please donate now and join us in reshaping what we eat into something that we can be proud of. For more information, you can visit us at www.psbro.org or look us up on social media. Remember, together there is nothing that we cannot achieve.